Hi guys, so I'm responding to the question, what's the most beneficial approach to teaching music? And like Abby, I kind of have two different answers, and I can also see where she's coming from with one approach being more for the younger students and one being for the older students. So I also agree that the subservient approach is good for the younger students because I think it's a good way to introduce them to the arts without bombarding them with learning notes and learning instruments and things like that. So I think maybe just they were talking about how most teachers introduce them as arts and crafts, which isn't necessarily the best way to do this, but I think that that's a good start for like kindergarten and first graders. But then as you get older, you can start doing things like making up songs for learning planets, like they said, or learning the bones in the body based on a song. So I think this is also a good way to kind of supplement a lesson for students who learn music better than they learn academically with memorization it can help with and things like that. So I also think that another one that would be good for older students is the co-equal approach, which this kind of reminded me of integrating like social studies and literacy, but you can also then integrate music into that as well. So like they said in the reading, you can do a reading about a composer, so that can be music that can teach social studies and then that can also teach literacy. So it can span across a whole bunch of subjects, so you're teaching all of these subjects at once. So this could be kind of hard to do with like 6th through 8th graders who aren't with the same teacher for all these subjects, but I think this would be good for maybe like 3rd to 5th graders who have the same teacher, and you can do a project with over a composer or over a song or maybe over an instrument that can span multiple days over multiple subjects, because I think this would be a good way to really solidify the information that they learn. Um, what I mainly saw in my school was also the subservient approach. We learned a lot of songs to help memorize things, and even when we didn't do it in school, sometimes if I needed to memorize something, I would make up a song to help myself memorize it. Um, but I also saw the affective style because I think a lot of teachers think that background noise helps, but they never really played classical music. They just played normal music, so I don't know if they were really playing it to calm it down, to calm us down, like it said in the reading. Um, I think it was just kind of like a reward if we were good. They used music for that. So yeah, I think the most beneficial are the subservient and the co-equal approaches, and then I saw the subservient and the affective style in my own school.